Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Thousands missing as two dams collapse, worsening Libya floods. So from the heading itself, we could able to know that there has been intensive flood that has taken place in the Libya, which is the part of North African continent. And nearly thousands of people have died in Libya, and this damage has been exacerbated by the damage of two dams. So this is what the news is about. Okay, let's discuss about how the thousands missing as two dams collapse, worsening Libya floods. So from the heading itself, we could able to know that there has been intensive flood that has taken place in the Libya, which is the part of North African continent. And nearly thousands of people have died in Libya, and this damage has been exacerbated by the damage of two dams. So this is what the news is about. Okay, let's discuss about how the news is being related to civil service examination. Under prelims, it is being related to Indian as well as world geography, physical, social, economic geography of India and the world. And under mains, it is related to important geophysical phenomena such as earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic activities, cyclones, etc. GS paper 1 under geography. Okay, Storm Daniel. It is the storm It is a storm that occurred in Mediterranean Sea. Right now, the Mediterranean Sea is seeing more number of intense cyclone, which is not the common phenomenon there. Why? Because this region has been historically a dry region and also a high pressure condition region. As a result of which, there won't be any kind of tropical like cyclones will be formed. Because the tropical like cyclone need to be formed means there need to be a low pressure need to be there. But because of the high pressure and dry condition that is prevailing in the Mediterranean Sea, there has been the cyclones will not be formed regularly. But because of the climate change and then global warming phenomenon, there has been increased incidence of tropical cyclone like cyclones is occurring in the Mediterranean Sea because of the increased heat of the Mediterranean Ocean. So as a part of the tropical cyclone like a cyclone which was formed in Mediterranean Sea, Storm Daniel has been formed right now there. Okay, this is what the stages of the cyclone formation. Initially, it will be in the form of waves, then it will be converted into disturbance, and then it will be converted to depression, then it will be move on to storms, and then finally hurricane or cyclone will be formed. And these stages are classified based upon the intensity as well as the speed with which the movement of the waves occurs. So this is what the Storm Daniel is about. And what is the obstacle right now Libya is facing in getting aid from the global organization as well as global countries and other civil society organization is because of two governments as well as two PMs. the eastern part of Libya has been ruled by 1 p.m. and then the Tripoli, the capital of the Libya, is being ruled by another prime minister. So there has been two government which is ruling a parts of Libya. Why? Because is after 2011, during the time of 2011, there has been Arab Spring, a revolutionary activities that has taken place. As a result of which, the autocrat Gaddafi's government was toppled by the NATO's and other members and other countries which are partnered with NATO countries. After toppling the Gaddafi government, there has been contention between two peoples, that is two parties, and one party is backed by international countries and organizations, and the other other party has been backed by the native military organization. So right now the person who is ruling the eastern part of the Libya is backed by the Libya's military organization, and then the person or the party which is ruling the Tripoli, that is the capital of the Libya, is backed by the international organization or countries. So because of the tussle between the two governments which is present in Libya, there has been obstacles in reaching the aid to reach the last mile of the people, those who have been affected. And then, as we all know, Libya is the country which will be affected by the security related incidents because of more number of internal civil conflict as well as the conflict between government as well as military organization and so on and so forth. And then the city which was affected because of the storm as well as the breakdown of the dam is the neglected city. Why? Because after 1960s, when the Italy has left the Libya, there hasn't been any kind of development that has taken place in the eastern part of the Libya, right, till now. The development as well as the infrastructure that was built by the Italy during the 1960s is only still present there. There is not any kind of upgradation or new kind of infrastructure has been installed in those part of the countries. So it is now like a neglected part of the country, only, the city only. So because of the deficient in the infrastructure, the flood as well as the breakdown of the dam has taken place. So the city name is Darna. In that, the eastern part of the city is Darna. In that, the Wadi Darna is the river which bisects the city into two, where it will be flowing from highland to the south, and in between there will be more number of dam was built. In that only the two dams which was built way before during the Italy period as well as after the initial days when the Italy has left, that dam only, because of the lack of repair as well as maintenance, it has broken down and it has exaggerated the flood situation which was already happening because of the storm which has taken place in the Mediterranean Sea. And this Wadi Darna river is the seasonal river and it is not perennial river, and it flows from south highland to south. Similarly, the dams are built across it to prevent any kind of flood or to store it. Since it is the seasonal river, the dams have been built across the river to store the excess water that is going through this river, so that it could be useful for the later period of the year whenever there is a kind of drought or the scarcity for the water like situation happens. So what is the reason for the dam collapses? As I said, lack of maintenance and then lack of climate strategy. Right now, according to UN, Libya is the only government that does not have climate strategy in its policy formation. So this is what the news is related to. What we needed to study further is, we should know about Medicaid. It is the term which was given to the frequent occurrence of tropical cyclone like cyclones that is taking place in Mediterranean Sea. Second is we should know about geography. Third is we should also know about World Meteorological Organization. So these are all the other areas which we need to be aware of.